Morning, everyone. It's afternoon. What am I on about? Good start. Hello, folks. Right, I'm just getting set up. So let's jump on and do this. I'm dressed for the outdoors here, but it's actually pissing down with rain outside. So there you are. Right, hello. Let me just make sure I'm using the right mic. I need to get more organised, right? They're about to kick off. I'll do the starts in a minute. I mean, I'm not really fussed about this. The world of football has just been absolutely robbed. So how this one goes is kind of anyone's business. Right, let's put a bit of music on while we play. So we're going to go with... Hang on a minute. Where is the music? Media assets. That one. Let's turn you down. Ooh. How's everyone's Saturday? I'm going to eat. Sorry, you're going to have to deal with me snacking away. I've been watching the football out in the garden, taking down a dead tree. That is better. Right. Let's add the match information up. I'm going to add some match statistics. So the ticker, I want to move this ticker. I don't like it where it is. Put it at the top here, do you think? Oh no, because that's where the fucking thing's going to go. Okay, we'll play around with it. If you're watching, do me a favour and drop me a comment or two, because then I can see where the comments are going to be in my thing, because I'm building a new background here. I've made it less cluttered. So comments, so they're on now. So I can say hello everyone. Who's gonna lift the FA Cup? So about to kick off. Chelsea are kicking off. Cole Palmer. Chelsea kicking right to left, Man City kicking left to right. I'll go through the squads and all the rest of it in a minute, the lineups. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit. I've often wondered what people think the fact that I play music while I'm doing it is, but it's because I'm on my own. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's just no music and it's just me. I think it's a bit boring. Yeah, that looks quite cool there. I like that. Hey, who's done that? Who's done that for me? Who's just jumped in and given me a comment? Sam Jenks. Nice one, bruv. Fancy a Chelsea win, do ya? It's interesting because City are the in-form team, but this is just like Chelsea to come out and win a game like this. Just like them. Right, let me get the match information up on screen because you've not got any info and you've not got the score. So I've got... No, it's not stats, is it? It's match day. There it is. I use my... Right, so where's the FA Cup in here? 45. I use my API. It's clever, this. So 45, there it is. Manchester City. Boom. Right. So I've just done that and hit save. Boom. Right, and so now I can move that down to there. Actually, that looks cool there, like that. I like it. So now I'm like in this bit here. I don't know about that bar. What do you think? I can move it kind of like up there. That looks alright, doesn't it? And now I can move the score up and over a little bit. Like that. I think I can manually just like nudge it up a bit further. Done. Right, there you go. Right, so now we'll start to see if people leave comments how that's going to work out. But I think that looks okay. I'm pleased with that. There we are. And now you've got more of the screen. Because beforehand I had that whole like watch along thing, which was, I don't know if it changes. Does it change if it does it? I had that before. You see how much dead space there was, how much space I was losing. So to go to that now, so much better. So much better. See, that's what happens when you have a look at other people's content. Shout out Mark Goldbridge and the United Stand, to be honest. I just had a look. Like, you got to look at what other people are doing. Who's doing it well? Who's the best? Where's the benchmark? And start copying their shit. Right, I've got food. I've got a packet of crisps. Oh my god. Well, that's going to be bad for the mic, isn't it? Me shamming away. But there you go. Let me bring up the lineup. How is everyone? How is everyone? Because I don't do this enough. I got told the other day, Ben, you're very drab when you talk. You're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. So I need to be like, again, I've looked at the other people who are doing it well. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Gallagher Studios. I'm Ben. And I feel like a bit of a dick, to be honest, by doing that. I think you just have to be like your authentic self. So if I am a bit dry, it's because I'm a bit dry. Football, FA Cup. God, I tell you what, wouldn't fancy being around in London today. There's some shit going on. You've got the FA Cup final. You've got like a Unite the Nation or whatever it's called. Tommy Robinson organised march, a pro-Palestine march. About 4,000 police officers on the streets in the UK at the moment, in London today. And you've had all those Swatch AP collab shops that have been like shut down. My sister was in Battersea Power Station earlier today. Absolute mess that was. Right, let me give you the lineups. Bang. Right, okay, so Manchester City, as I'm looking at things right now, they're playing right to left. Are they? Fuck knows, I can't see. No, they're not. That's Chelsea. Cucurella breaks down the left-hand side. I think he's been pushed over there. That was very close. Well played, though, by Nunes. Right, anyway, Manchester City have lined up. Trafford in goal. No Donnarumma in goal. James Trafford. That is an interesting call, isn't it? That is a really interesting call. No Donnarumma in goal. I don't know what's happened to him. Mark Goatbridge. Cucurella will get him behind. Cheers, Sam. I appreciate that, Mark Goatbridge. He is funny, though, isn't he? I like Goatbridge. He makes me laugh. I like his silly little, like, sayings. Right. Out there, roast chicken flavour crisps are the greatest flavour of all time. Debate me. Prove me wrong. I want someone to come on and tell me a better flavour of crisp or potato chip if you're in the States. My God, they're so delicious. I'm so sorry if it's like the worst ever ASMR. I can get rid of Sam now. There we go. Oh, I need to share the link for this, don't I? What do people think of the music in the background? I made that more up-tempo. People said that the lo-fi I was using before was really mizzy. So, I've got something that's got a few beats going on. Right, what's happened here? Lovely ball forward. Anyway, I haven't finished. All I got as far as the keeper for City. Okay, that's on charge. I'm just going to jump in and grab the link quickly and share it with people and stuff. Open live video. Bang. That's good. Copy link. Go to Predictfully. Share it in here. Boom. I'm streaming. Go, and I'll go to another couple as well. Yeah, nope, wrong one. Don't you just love it when I talk to myself? I would love to have a co-host, by the way. I would love to have a co-host so that I didn't feel like I had to just constantly talk. Man City got a very nice looking free kick here. about 30 yards out, 35 yards out. Semenyo stood over it. I think Semenyo fancies it. Right, so let me go through the teams quickly. So Trafford in goal. Nunes, Kusanov, Gay, and O'Reilly for their back four. And then, just like the other night, 3 banks of 2. Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Oh, it's a shit free kick. Rodri and Bernardo Silva, Semenyo and Doku, Omar Mamouche and Haaland. Fucking hell. That 6 is insane. And then their bench is Nathan Ake, Cherky, Donnarumma's on the bench, so he's not injured. Interesting. Foden, Kovacic, Savinho. I never know how to pronounce this one. Reinders, I think. John Stones, who's leaving at the end of the season, and Ruben Diaz. What a team, man. I don't give City enough credit for how good that squad is. And then... Watch your mouth. Okay. Chelsea playing their kind of like... It says here 3-4-2-1, but I feel like it's more like a 5-2-2-1. Like they've got the wing backs in Gusto and Cucurella, although it allows Cucurella and Gusto to just be like so much further up the field, which I love. Cucurella really impressed me the other night when I watched them. He looked fantastic. He got man of the match as well. As a ball comes in from Man City, it's gone out for a corner. Right, so Sanchez in goal, Fofana, Colwill and Hato in defence, and then Gusto and Cucurella like wing backs, I would say. It's going to be a goal. Oh, City on the attack here. Chelsea win a free kick. Okay, and then Reece James and Caicedo in the middle. So like those 2 holding midfielders. I really like this formation generally. I would love to see Newcastle United like pull together a squad that could run that kind of formation. To have 3 solid centre halves, I mean that would solve a lot of Newcastle United's problems. And then have 2 wing backs that are good at getting forward. Like if we get Livramento fit and obviously Lewis Hall as the wing backs, like Lewis Hall is his distribution when he's being more offensive is absolutely world class. And the fact that he could then bomb back and that can become a 5 or a 3 in defence. And then 2 holding midfielders, so you could have, you know, the likes of, we've got Bruno and we've got Tonali. I think Tonali might go on. And then if he does, like, and Gordon goes, that's the opportunity to go and find, like, I think a proper number 6, like holding midfielder. Anyway, so they've got James and Caicedo, 2, you know, great players, and then Cole Palmer, Fernandes, and João Pedro. It's another great starting lineup, really great lineup. Like you put these 2 sets of 11 against one another, and people were saying, "Oh, City are the obvious favourites." I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like it's good. Void Kai. Chelsea has a solid defence today. It kind of feels like that, doesn't it? Feels like that. Who do you fancy to win, Void Kai? I'd like to know. Anyone else want to let me know as well who they fancy winning? I would be very interested to know. Very interested to know. Right, and then I did the bench, didn't I, for the other team? So I don't know as many of the Chelsea bench. Achimpong, Adarabayuyo, Asugo, Chalobah, Liam Delap, Garnacho, Jorgensen, Pedro Neto, and Andre Santos. It's a decent bench, but it's nowhere near as, like, that fucking City bench is just insane. Right, let's talk about it quickly. Well, there's not a lot going on. 11 minutes in. People jostling for position a bit. Hearts versus Celtic, eh? I think I saw earlier that Hearts have been top of the SPL for 250 days. And all they needed was a draw. And it was 1-1 until the 87th minute. and then they concede in what looks like, to me, looks offside, but I don't know. And then attacking like they do, they got beat on the break. I mean, that third goal doesn't count for me. I couldn't give a shit. But you have to feel for Hearts. Nobody has won the SPL beside Rangers and Celtic in my lifetime. And I am 41 or 42 years old. 42 years old. I have to remember how old I was then. Ball forward by Cucurella across the front, by Semenyo, sorry, across the front. Cucurella holding him up, see? If Cucurella is going to be standing up Semenyo and attacking, he is going to be out. But that is great defending from Cucurella. I really like Cucurella. I can't help it. I think he's one of those kind of love or hate people. This bag of chips is nearly done. Nobody raised me then on my Nobody raised me on my roast chicken flavour crisps. Nobody's got a better flavour to give me. Fair enough. Question: do you do the whole like bag tip thing? I can't do that on camera. Delicious. Delicious. Right. Okay. So, few adjustments. I've adjusted the setup. I've moved a bit further back because I was sat like this before. So close. So I'm now sat a bit further back. The camera, I couldn't decide for a while. Do I have the mic in shot or not? And I think I do. Based on the new camera angle, I can also rep. Oh, I wish I could put it there. I can't. So it's got to go. I could go there. I'm going to mark that with an X. As a shareholder of Wrecked Drinks, it is only appropriate that I have a can there at all times. So what I might do is I might get a can. Have you seen those lads, the ones that do the kind of crypto, DeFi business podcasts? I really like the recording. So they're like either side of the guest in the middle, and they've got kind of like Diet Coke strewn all out in front of them and that kind of stuff. It's a really clever aesthetic they've come up with. They've got this whole kind of like, it feels very American Psycho. With open white collar shirts. Like they're at their desk, reading the Financial Times. What's the American version to Financial Times? I don't know. 70 of you watching. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Alright, I should probably start paying a bit more attention to the game. So Chelsea have got... How long can Chelsea wear the Club World Championship cresting on their top? Is it the one season after? Or is it until... I suppose it's until the tournament happens again, isn't it? So we've got to deal with that for fucking 3 seasons. Their new Chelsea shirt is interesting. Much darker blue. I don't dislike it, actually. Cucurella and Semenyo just going at it. Refs had to be called over. Linesman getting involved. That's where Cucurella becomes a bit of a, like, you either love him or hate him kind of character, right? Because he does fucking yap. Such a quality player, but he yaps and all the time. Reminds me of like Bellamy. If you remember Craig Bellamy. When he used to play, he was absolute dynamite going forward, but fuck, did he go on. A ref or a lino or a defender. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic play there from Manchester City. Kusanov just like marauding forward through the midfield, and then it comes back to him again. Bit of possession here from Man City we like to see. I do like their possession game. Who's this? Kashif Amin, did you try getting a Swatch? Yeah, I did try, but not personally, because I don't live anywhere near a store. My nearest store would be Cardiff. And thank fuck I didn't make that trip, because I looked on X and I saw that had been shut down too. But my sister lives near the power station in Battersea in London. So she agreed to go over for me. She went over at like 7:30 a.m. this morning. And the whole thing was already locked down. Like, absolutely. The people had tried to storm the place. The whole of the power station stunk of weed. Which is like, it's an indoor shopping mall. You don't usually expect that to be the case in there. So yeah, and then they tried to storm the building, which wasn't great. There was some security. The police got involved. A few people were arrested. There was litter everywhere. So in the end, they had to like completely evacuate the power station. And then the SWAT shop hasn't opened again. And where that has happened in several locations, I believe also in the Dubai Mall. As he puts like a toffee wafer thing in his mouth. Sorry. I just haven't eaten today. Yeah. So yeah, there's a clear out the place, and then where that's happened today. Great header. It sounds like they're going to come back to it on Monday. Now, what they should be doing, in my opinion, is what Jellycat does. You know the Jellycat, the soft toys? They did a thing in Harrods over Christmas, I think, where I was reading about it, and it's such a good way to distribute limited edition stuff. And this is exactly because my expectation was this is what Swatch would do. You go to a place where you get given a ticket, and you have to queue for that, fine, right? When you get your ticket, it then gives you a timed slot where you go to the place, and with your timed slot go in, and you have like a 20-minute window where you can be in the store, and then you have to leave again. And then so they bring people from one part of the store or the place to this place. And then for me that felt like, I mean, this was so obvious. Like, anyone who doesn't know Audemars Piguet, or AP as it's much nicer to be able to pronounce them, you know, we're talking about Swiss watches here that are worth tens of thousands of pounds. To then come out with a collaboration with the likes of Swatch and not think that it was going to be so oversubscribed is bonkers. The other thing that I think is bonkers, actually, is hey Hugo, how you doing, buddy? Afternoon to you, Sue. The other thing that's bonkers is that the watches apparently aren't even limited edition. As Hal Pedro breaks, he's one-on-one. Oh no, Kusanov has tracked him down there. Well played. Still 3-on-1. Oh, and he slips. He turns inside there beautifully. Looked like he was going to hit with his right foot, and his left foot goes out from underneath him. What a shame. That was a great break. Chelsea look threatening. I think City look more controlled, but Chelsea do look threatening. Anyway, yeah, so if these watches, they're just going to keep making them. So why the fuck is everyone turning up to, like, buy these watches? I tell you why they're turning up to buy these watches, because they've seen on StockX that they can sell them for $1,000 more than they can buy them. And what they don't realize in their, like, this is not like a pair of Dunks that, you know, they only make 2,000 pairs. The market is going to be flooded. So there's going to be a load of people, I think, who have, like, rushed to get one of these things, bought one even though they don't like it nor do they have any affinity with either of the collaborating brands. And then they're going to be lumbered with this fucking piece of plastic that tells the time that they don't care about. Also, it's not an automatic watch. Don't know if anyone knows this. It's a manual wind. That crown, which is either at the 12 o'clock or 3 o'clock place, is winding, which is interesting. Newcastle was diabolical too, was it? I didn't even know they had a fucking Swatch shop in Newcastle. Where's that? Is that in the Metro Centre or in town? I'll have a look now. Oh, that's a shame. Swatch. Yeah, so it looks like in a lot of places. Oh, wow, look at this. They're being sold everywhere. 2,000, 3,000. 3,000 bucks for a watch that, like, you're going to be able to buy in a couple of months anyway. I will say, I do like the blue on blue one with the crown at 3 o'clock. And I do like the idea of it going in a custom-made strap. I think it will look cool. It's in the Metro Centre. Thank you, Kashi, for confirming that. I was going to have a look. It's a shame, man. Shame. That's exactly why. Majority in the queue was full of the weed smoking scalpers. It's really sad because there are a bunch of people who, like, clearly love the brands. Like, you know, I've got a couple of Swatch watches. I remember the old Swatch Pop watches. So you had these, like, elasticated straps, and then you could pop in and out different Swatch watches, and they weren't that expensive. And I've got a couple of limited edition Swatch, like just basic Swatch strap watches. And of course, like AP, it's a dream to have an AP. Like I couldn't afford one of them. I've got a couple of nice watches that I love. A couple of like nice, like I've got an Omega and a Breitling, but nothing like fucking crazy. I've got a small Rolex. I've never worn. I picked it up off somebody cheap, and it's got all of the paperwork. And one day it'll go to someone in my family. And that's it. Like, it's the only reason it's kept. It's like a gold one, but it's too small for my wrist. It's too small. It's not ladies, but it's that mid-size between the smaller ones and the big, like 42 mil ones, which is what I prefer. So yeah, of the watches I own, I've got like a Garmin that I use for running and stuff, and then I've got two nice watches that I love because I enjoy watches. And if Swatch did a collaboration with Breitling, I'd go and buy one of those because I love watches. Like, I just think it's really sad that a lot of the people that were there because they want to own one of the watches early aren't going to get it because a bunch of people are going to sell them on fucking StockX. And honestly, my genuine belief is that very quickly people won't be buying these. I don't know that there is the secondary market. That's the thing. If it's a 350 quid watch, is there a secondary market for 1,500 bucks, 1,500 pounds, sorry, when we know they're not limited edition, and you'll just be able to, after this rush, it'll be a thing you can buy online, I imagine. Who have I got winning this game? Well, I haven't watched loads of it, but I see it as either Man City via like attrition, because I think they're the better team and I think they wear Chelsea down, or Chelsea on the break. And Chelsea twice already have looked really good on the break. The defense for Chelsea is lining up. Oh, they've put the ball through. That's going to be a goal. Haaland. Oh, is it offside? Yeah, offside. Wow. I don't think it was Haaland. Oh, was it Haaland that was offside? I think it might have been Mamouche. Yeah. So Semenyo put a ball through between Fofana and Cucurella to Mamouche, who had broke the line, gone too early, and was offside. He then played it across and Haaland rolled it in, but Mamouche was already offside, and Haaland even said he could see it before he finished the goal. So they're not even doing a check on it. It's 0-0 still. But that's the thing, right? For me, that is like, I see Man City winning this but via just like pressing, or I see Chelsea on the break picking something out. And it's exactly as I said it would be. It's not really, for Chelsea, it's not really this, what formation did it say? 3-4-2-1. That 3 at the back has got Cucurella and Gusto, and like a moment ago when Man City broke, you looked along the line, there were 5 people along the line. So Cucurella and Gusto are going to be the busiest on the park today. If they can both have a great game, maybe we're somewhere. But I think they're going to be fucked by 60 minutes when you've got the likes of Semenyo and Doku and Bernardo Silva and Rodri and Marmoush and Haaland. I haven't seen much of Rodri so far, but I've been talking too much. GM Legend, hey Dimcat, how you doing? Good to see you. How are you? I'd love you guys to let me know who you think's going to win this today, by the way. I'd like to get a feel for it. I do love that O'Neill, by the way. Like, just when you think you've got the best left back in the country in Lewis Hall, you look at that O'Neill at Man City and he is fucking tidy player. He's a great player. For anyone listening, I would be really grateful if you could let me know the music that I've got in the background. How noisy is it? Because my intention is that it's a very, very low background thing. You can't hear a lot of it, but it's like it's there a little bit. I'd like to know, just if you could let me know in the comments if that's the case, that would be really helpful. Like my cap today. It's my Guinness. Where is it? There. Guinness limited edition cap. I like it. Oh, I've done 3 5K runs this week, and then last night I went to do another one. I don't know if I was dehydrated or if I was I'd been sat in my chair too much, but I got about 2 kilometers into the run and I had the worst cramp I've ever had in the bottom of my back and in my calves, and so I had to walk the second half. So, but I'm picking it up. I'm picking it up. Why has that happened? Do you ever get it on your MacBook where the rings you can buy, the light rings, that if you're like a content creator, my Mac has this little ring that goes around it, so if it's too dark, how can I make it lighter in here? I can't really, without getting up. I'm not doing that. I haven't yet spoken to anyone who did get a Swatch watch either, by the way, seeing as that's like the main thing we're all talking about. Callum McFarlane, the Chelsea manager, today on the bench. Really interesting for him, because this is great, right? I mean, he's down on the touchline now, and he looks like he's really engaging the players. I don't know McFarlane. I'm assuming he's come from within and that he wasn't a part of the Rossinia setup. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, like, what a great opportunity. I mean, they've had a fucking terrible run. Cole Palmer breaks. Look at Cucurella out wide. Oh gosh. That is Cole Palmer in a nutshell this season. Oh, and because Cucurella broke, now Semenyo is breaking down the same side. Oh, that's going to be a booking, I think. I'd be surprised if Cucurella gets away with that. No, he's got a booking. Straining to get back. So where Cucurella committed, because Cole Palmer was on the break, and Cole Palmer couldn't feed the pass, ball came immediately out to Semenyo, who'd filled that gap. Cucurella breaking his neck to get back, and then just as he tries to dispossess Semenyo puts it one side, bang, catches his leg. It's a booking. It's a definite booking, but it's a shame. It's a shame. I won't have a bad word said about Cucurella, if I'm honest. I really like him. I'd like him to be in our team. Genuine. Genuine. Although I like Lewis Hall more, to be honest. I like that Gusto, actually, who plays out on the right. Right, ball back in. So they're taking that free kick. Bernardo Silva out to Semenyo. What a pest Semenyo has been. What a great sign-in from Bournemouth. Oh, fuck me, he says. He steps in, steps one out. Left foot. Takes a massive shot. Completely slices it. It's gone out for a throw-in. Semenyo, though, he's a good player. He's a quality player. I'm really shocked at Trafford starting. I want to read a bit more about that. Why has that happened? Let me have a look at why that has happened. Trafford starts FA Cup. Rodri starts as City make 5 changes for the FA Cup final. Here we go. Manchester Evening News. I accept. Why Gianluigi Donnarumma is not starting for Man City versus Chelsea. When was this published? 16th of May of 1421, so earlier, not last night. Donnarumma has been named on the bench for today's FA Cup final, with James Trafford given the nod in goal. Trafford has been used by Guardiola in domestic cup competitions this season, with Donnarumma starting every Premier League and Champions League game. Right. So that's really interesting for Trafford, because they've obviously won the League Cup, and if they win today, they've won the FA Cup. So Trafford would not have been on a losing team, which isn't that fascinating? Versus Donnarumma, who, you know, they crashed out of the Champions League to Real Madrid, and if Arsenal have their way, which I'd be surprised if they don't, they're not going to win the Premier League either. So that is interesting. Anyway, Trafford has conceded just 3 games in 5 goals during City's run to the FA Cup final. And he got given the nod over the Donnarumma in the competition today. Yet to taste defeat in domestic cup competition for City this season. Yeah. Well, good on him. Hopefully Newcastle United sign him, like they tried to last year. Sorry, just clearing my throat. Just in my group chat, what's happening? Kane currently at 57 goals. Will he get to 60? Yeah, interesting. Including World Cup goals? No, that is just for Bayern Munich. I tell you, man, Harry Kane is a machine, and he is close to scoring 60 goals for Bayern Munich in a single season, which is pretty insane, isn't it? Pretty insane. Right, do me a favor if you're watching. There are 305 of you watching. Give this a repost if you've got me via X. That would be really good. If you haven't got me via X and you're here because of YouTube, thank you. Can you just subscribe and maybe send the link to some friends? FA Cup watch along. I don't know how many people are doing it, but I'm here and I'm trying. And this is a new channel and a new thing for me. I've been a couple of weeks at it, and the more people that follow along and join in, the better, really. Shout out to Predictfully, which is the prediction market that I run. Go check out predictfully.app. And also to Toshi.bet, the online casino and sportsbook that sponsor me. Appreciate you guys as well. This game actually is part of my ACCA, so I've got City to win this. I had Villa to beat Liverpool last night. Fucking Villa looked top, didn't they? I mean, Liverpool looked kind of abject. I will say that, as Chelsea swing a ball in. Oh, Palmer, you've got to be moving quicker than that, sunshine. You have got to be moving quicker than that, mate. Frustratingly, my sport has just frozen. What's going on? It's fucking BBC. Can't be freezing on the BBC, but it has. There we are. We're back. 1 second. In. There you are. Ooh. There it is. Right, we're back on. 37 minutes and 40 seconds played. Interesting. 37 minutes and 40 played on my thing, but if I look at here, I'm at 38:11, so I'm about 15 seconds off real-time play, which is quite funny because I always know they've scored first in that box before I see it. One of those funny things. Yeah, but repost it and drop me a comment too. Like, jump in the comments. I would like to know who everyone thinks is going to win. Genuinely, like, who do you think is going to win this? Does it go to penalties? Right now, no real deadlock break-in. I mean, City were close, but it was a yard offside. Gusto is a player that I actually really rate for Chelsea. Cole Palmer ball in. Cucurella on the end of the box. No. I need to invest in some snacks for when I stream that are healthier. I think I'm going to get some like biltong. Sorry to the vegans. Right. Trash, trash, trash. Do you like my two light colours as well? Been a real month of like building this channel out. It's interesting because you can spend a lot of time like building your setup and not streaming and being like, I'm going to get it perfect and then I'm going to do it. Or you can do what I did, which is basically start streaming and then just like update things as you go. And what I like is the more I do this, and I've seen it already, right? I had a stream about 2 weeks ago where I had 40 people watching. And now I've got 350 people watching. And in 6 months, I'm going to have fucking 20,000 people watching. And I won't be asking people to comment. There'll be comments down there. And you've just got to like, you've got to remember that, like the whole process. But I think the key for anyone who's thinking about doing this, genuinely, is don't wait. Like, just start doing it. The other thing I'm doing as well is like my edits and stuff. So I'm hoping at some point I start to get some clippers that want to take the content and start making clips. And then if I can like improve some sponsorship deals and things like that, make it worth people's while, then I can hire someone who can help me do some clipping. All of that kind of stuff. Right, who have I just had a missed call? Hugo, are you watching? Your dad's just called me by accident, I think. I've finished my drink. Oh wow, it's nearly half time. Players out warming up. Pep looking very fetching in his fucking turtleneck. What is it with football managers and turtleneck jumpers? Nobody's worn a fucking turtleneck in 20 years. Nor would you. What are they doing here then? Come on, City. Get yourself... Yeah, Trafford's saying get it. Hoof it up. No. Oh, Chelsea are giving Man City a bit of a pressure lesson here. And Trafford's had to resort to hoofing the ball up the field. And now they've lost possession. Chelsea will love that. They're not letting City take those quick, short... goal kicks out. There's Thomas Tuchel, Newcastle England manager. That was wishful thinking there, wasn't it? I can't decide if I'm how in or how out, to be honest. I kind of feel like I'm how in because that's the right thing to do as a fan of the club. But I listened to his presser yesterday when he was saying that we don't need anyone up top, and like I get it. There are goals in Wissa. Don't get me wrong, there are goals in Wissa. You don't go from scoring fucking 22 a season or whatever it was for a couple of seasons in a row to then just being shite. It's about he needs a proper pre-season behind him, full fitness, and a system and setup that complements what he's all about, and then some confidence. There's definitely goals in Yoane Wissa. Nick Waldemata, this is a hot take. Someone clip this and post it. I think Nick Waldemata could potentially get the golden boot for the most goals scored at the World Cup this year for Germany. That's how highly I rate him, and how highly I think, or how much I think he needs to be sat in a system that actually fucking works for him. And this is where, like, Eddie's there saying, and this is where I'm caught here. Eddie is saying, we don't need strikers, there's goals here. I agree, but are you going to change your setup? Because if you're going to play the same 4-3-3 that we have played and you've insisted on maintaining all season, then Nick Waldemata is not going to score bags of goals. Like, he came into the Premier League, he scored a few to begin with because he just signed, and that's kind of what's happening. As soon as people figured out what they were dealing with him, with his 6'7" stature, and he's got good quick feet, but he's not got a great deal of pace. He's not as strong as you would expect for a 6'7" guy, but he does hold the ball up well. I don't know. There are goals in him. And then who's the other one? Will Osula. Will Osula is the other striker in the team. He is flowered this year, as Eddie said. He has looked great. Will he get a run of play? He needs games, you know, and is he going to be prolific? I don't know if I'm convinced he'll ever be prolific. The point is, I have to listen to that and think to myself, well, if you're saying then that you're going to change, you're going to get goals out of those three, then how are you going to play a tune with them if you're fucking, you know, holding the same bow, if you're playing the same fiddle? Because genuinely, that system now that Newcastle United have been playing has been found out, and he cannot keep playing it. He's got to do something different. If he's going to do something different, what is it he's going to do? So I'm how in because I'm curious. I hope that he recognises that during this summer, while all the boys are off playing World Cup football, he's out with with a pad and a pen, and he's figuring out what this new setup is based on the players he's got and the players he can bring in. There's just a little nagging bit of me that thinks he's not fucking doing that, and if that's the case, it's going to be a horrible season next year. That's where I'm at with Howe and Newcastle United. How am I with England and the World Cup? I am undecided. Oh wow! Pedro wins possession. Who's that that's just cut him across? Wow. So how Pedro just stole possession, broke, was 2v1, and someone who I can't make out, one of the it's not Mark Gay, it must be Kusanov. Is it? Yeah. Is it? Why can't I see who that is? 45, yeah, it is Kusanov. Has come across and kind of put his foot across and barged him without really winning the ball. I think they're going to see that as a 50-50. I don't think that's a 50-50. Have they cleared it? Because I don't have the volume when I'm doing this. I don't know. I don't know what the commentating team are saying. That's what I should do, right? I should set this up so I've got something in one of my ears and I can hear. I don't know. It's too much tech at that point. Oh, my fucking head will explode. I taught you through my setup, right? I've got a screen in front of me, but above, that I've turned up on its side like a gamer screen, and I have my Telegram and my WhatsApp in front of me, so I can see what's happening there. I have a screen here, which has the internet in front of me. I just like various browsers. So when I say I'm looking at the lineup and stuff like that, that's where I'm looking. I have another screen here which has my OBS on it. OBS is the software that you use that allows me to take the score thing and move it around like this. Fuck. I've got to get that in the right place now. There. Is that the same place? Similar, isn't it? There we go. And then that operates as a virtual camera, and then here in front of me, where you are, I have StreamYard open. StreamYard uses OBS as its virtual camera, and then presents to you all via X and YouTube. More channels coming soon. That's half time, 0-0. Erling Haaland walking off, cutting a frustrated figure actually there. Looks a bit pissed off. Oh God, I'll tell you what, I need to sort my chair. See, that's the thing, right? You iterate. This chair is absolutely dog shit. I need to get rid of this chair. I've got another one behind me here for my other desk. So I need to swap them and see if that one's any better. If it's not, I'm going to invest in a new chair. Because I spend enough time at this fucking desk. So that's my setup. Right, and then I have... So, yeah, this is my laptop, and that has StreamYard in front of it, and that's where I can see all of the comments. So I can reply to your comments, and I can bring them up on stage. And then here, I have my other MacBook, which has my Sport on it. And it's a widescreen, bigger screen one. So I look at my Sport here, I look at you all here. I've got 3 screens behind me that allow me to manage all of this. And I've got a soundboard down here. The soundboard is connected to my mic. And that's what allows me to fade that kind of stuff up and down. Sorry if you're not interested in this at all, but I think it's quite interesting. I've had some people reach out and ask me what my setup is. And I'm on a nice thing. Also behind that, I also have a Mac Mini, which has my AI agent plugged into it. And then via this one here that I set at OBS, I have a terminal window open that allows me to see the screen on my Mac Mini when I want to bring it up. And then I can set Amber, my agent, with various tasks and doing stuff. We're building something quite cool right now, in fact. So how is everyone? There, we're half time. Is everyone watching this as well, or are you just watching me? I'd like to think you were watching the screen as well. I'd like to know who you think might win this. 427 of you online. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you all. I turned down on that. I am. Ay. So let's have a look at stats, shall we? At the end of the first half. But yeah, I would love to know who you're following, who you think could win this one, how you think it will happen. Let me know as soon as you can. I turn that up. That's better. I really want to turn this fucking light off. Can I do that? How do I turn that? I don't even know how it's on. No. Oh well, it's okay for now. Right, stats at half time. Let's have a look. It's felt pretty even, to be honest. So match stats. Here we go. 59% Man City. Hasn't felt like that. 6 shots to 2 for Man City as well. 2 of them on target. Okay, so really, if you sat down now, you'd say City have been all over them. But it doesn't feel like that. Touches inside the opposition's box. Manchester City 13, Chelsea 4. Really? I need to read. No, it says it's half time. I just wonder if I need to refresh that. Fouls. So goalkeeper saves. Chelsea have made 2 saves. Man City have won the aerial duels 6-2. Chelsea have committed 6 5s to Man City's 5. 2 corners each. In-depth match stats. Shots on target is 6-2 to City. As shots on target is 2-0. Off target is 2-2. Attempts out of the box 1-1. Total offsides 2-1 to Chelsea. Distribution, right? Okay, I'm always interested in this. So total passes, 300 passes nearly Man City versus 207. Okay, yeah, you can see now, and the pass accuracy as well is like 90%. Manchester City's pass accuracy is 90%. 58 backwards passes, 75 forward passes. Now that's really interesting because Chelsea are just behind them on 68 forward passes. So it's interesting when they get the ball, it feels like, and this is about right? They're soaking up the pressure, and then when they get the ball, they're much more direct. And that breaks down quickly, but this is where I think Chelsea have got a shot at of disrupting, of catching them on the break. Total long balls, Chelsea 31-17, and successful final third passes 27-36. So when they say touches then in the opposition's half, that can't be right. Total touches, does that mean total attacks? What does it mean by touches there? Because if they're saying touches in the opposition, my bad, in the opposition box, not the opposition half. Okay, makes sense now. Total clearances, Man City 14 to Chelsea's 2. I would say it's been all Manchester City, but Chelsea, for their very, very limited possession, have tried to be more direct. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm picking up from this. I should know because it's on in front of me, but I haven't watched it enough. Right, I've got to figure out how to switch off this fucking light bar. It is driving me bananas. How do you turn it off? Okay, what you do better is you go to Google and you ask MacBook light bar. Yeah, so I haven't got the touch screeny thing. Built in. To turn your MacBook's keyboard backlight, it's not a keyboard backlight, F6. Does that work? Nope. That's utter bollocks. Do not disturb. Oh, you can turn D&D on with that though. That's interesting. Hang on then. Is it up there? That bar. Fucking hell, I'm showing my absolute boomer age here, aren't I? Edge light. Boom. Off. There you go. Edge light. Right, I remember that now. Well done, Ben. Solved it. Right. I might turn my mic down and go and get myself a drink while we've got half time here. So stay there. I'll be right back in about 2 minutes. There you are. Thank you for that. Any guy that gets up and fucks off during his live stream. Absolutely torrential rain outside. Middle of May. Right. We're going to put that in shot. Easy. Perfect. Cool. Right. You are. Right, 1 hour in, 455 of you watching. Cheers for humouring me. How many does that show concurrent? Yeah, 454. Fucking hell. Good stuff. Gigs, you're about my mate Gigs, but he hasn't. You've put the comment in my post, mate, rather than clicking on the screen itself. But you're about 30 seconds in front of me. Tesco's internet for you. Gonna have to drop off. Good stuff. Hey, Medusa has said hello. Oh, I've got people reposting me as well. Come watch the FA Cup final with Ben White. Love that. Ah, cool. So my man Sam has just said that he's down to host with me during the World Cup. I'd love that. That's great. Okay, what I should do then is I should have X up, shouldn't I? Fucking hell, Ben. Right, let's play some stuff here. I need to play around with some bits. Right, do you know what? I'm delighted to be able to just switch this fucking Swatch collab page that I've had open for 3 days on my desktop, and then the first thing I see, Switch had to clarify that the Audemars Piguet Swatch Royal Pop Collection is not a limited edition, after people were fighting and causing chaos outside their stores. So they hadn't told anybody that this was not limited edition, and then they've had to say it. Oh no, it says we remind you. I'd love to go through the old comms to see what they say. Some of our stores had to be closed in accordance with our security staff and local authorities to ensure a safe environment. We remind you that the Royal Pop Collection is not a limited edition. So that's it. Anyone who went there and bought them and did get one is now good and fucked. Right, I'm putting that light bar back on because the light on this is actually, see that changing the thing. You live and you learn. Right, so we put that back on. Edge light. No, it's not coming on. Studio light. No. Look at that. Boom, boom. What do we like here? That or that? Well, I actually prefer that. What do you think? That's a studio light. That's non-studio light. I think I prefer that. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that one. Off. Yeah, so the price of them now is going to drop through the fucking floor, isn't it? Like the resale price. So I reckon there's a bunch of people that have gone and bought one hoping that they flip, who are now going to be really gutted because very quickly the flip price is going to be the same as the shop bought price. Surely. Why would it not? Right, players back out on the pitch. Any changes? Any changes? Let's have a look. look like it? Lineups. No. 2 bookings in that half, by the way, for Chelsea. So Cucurella and Fernandes. I like Fernandes. Is he actually club captain? No, Reece James isn't he, but Fernandes takes over when Reece isn't playing. Reece James is a player I would like to see start in the World Cup. I really rate him highly. I think he is so solid. I think players are going to really struggle to get by him. The midfield conundrum for England is fucking crazy. Phil Foden shouldn't be anywhere near it, but he's just started playing like a fucking demon again. Is he going to come on in this one? So they are making a change. Manchester City are bringing off Marmoush, and they're bringing on Cherki, who for me has been a bright light for the last couple of months. Absolutely fantastic. Right, and then I need to come here and I need to look at my X. Okay, now look at this. This is nice. So now I can see if anyone's ruined me. All about setup. It's all about setup. I think at some point I'm going to be getting like a little sheet. So it'd be like, okay, have you got everything set up as it should be? Because this is loads better now. I've got my X account in front of me. I've got the lineup in front of me. Games playing. I've got my comms in front of me. One of the Predictfully Sports news flashes has just come through. So we've got a Telegram group for Predictfully. And in the Telegram group, my guy Hugo, he's set up an agent, like a bot that pulls in information and creates captions that get loaded up. So Predictfully Sports news. And that is that the Pistons have forced Game 7 with a record-shattering road win. So Cade Cunningham led the way. I don't know how many of you watch basketball, but this has felt epic. This road to the NBA championship. So the playoffs just been insane. So the 21-point margin actually tied a 66-year-old NBA playoff record for the largest Game 6 road win by a team facing elimination. Interesting. Right. We've kicked off. Man City now in their sky blue, going from right to left. Beautiful ball in. Semenyo! He's put it onto the net, roof of the net. Who was that put that ball in? Who was that man? Was it Cherki? Does he come on and immediately? So Doku into the middle, ball through. That's not offside. It's not Cherki at all. It's O'Reilly. And then on to Semenyo's head, who's risen up to beat Fofana and puts it onto the roof of the net. He'll be disappointed with that, I think, Semenyo. I think that should have been that was worthy of a better finish, in my opinion. Right, so let's try something here. Let's try something. If I go on to that and say tweet still 0-0, but a big chance for Semenyo. I'm live. Right now. Post. Cool. Right. So I've just made another post on X, see how that works, because that's not the kind of thing I've been doing. I can see the delay on that is by about 30 seconds too. Anyway, Ben, stop being so fucking silly. Right. Chelsea playing left to right on my screen. A little bit of possession ball here for them. Much less of a kind of like hectic press from them as we saw in the first half from Chelsea. But they seem much less, dispossessed there. I think we might see Man City come into a bit of a ascendancy here. Enzo's just been put up on his arse. That was a bit sneaky, actually. Who was that? From City. I think that was no, it wasn't Bernardo Silva, was it? I think it was Bernardo Silva. No, it wasn't. It was Nunez. Right. Where are we up to? 50 minutes already. 5 minutes into this. Guy, fucking can't be bothered with extra time and penalties. I've got so much to do. Nunez on the ball. It would be nice now to see a goal, wouldn't it? Back in the Chelsea area. Tuchel looking over it. Wonder what he thinks. Who's Thomas Tuchel watching here then? I mean, obviously he can watch all of the opposition who are going to be playing in the World Cup this year, but in terms of like for selection, he's got, is Colwill English? He is, right? Am I embarrassing myself here? Colwill. Oh god, man. Right. Colwill. Yeah, Levi Colwill, English player. I don't know if he's made the squad though, is he? I don't even know if he's played for England. But anyway, he's English, so he's being watched. So you've got Colwill for Chelsea. Who else have they got? No Fofana, no. Reece James, obviously. Cole Palmer, obviously. Liam Delap if he comes on. And that is Chelsea. And then for Manchester City, Trafford. I'm not sure who the second keeper is, actually, behind Pickford. Trafford. O'Reilly. Gay. Oh, wow, there's actually a few. Foden if he comes on, and Stones if he comes on. I don't think Stones will make the squad now, would he? He's getting a bit old. I don't think the legs are quite what they were. Doku's got his arms stretched out. He wants something. He thinks he's been fouled. Gay's moving the ball forward. Rodri coming into play a lot more here. Oh, dispossessed there. Very wayward pass from Rodri, and now Chelsea break. Slowed down though. Cole Palmer actually slows it right down. City very, very happy to just park and say to Chelsea, come on then, have a go. Which they don't do too well, but here's how Pedro with a ball in. It wasn't actually João Pedro, it was Gusto, my bad. Both of them with the kind of braided hair. So Man City on the ball now, O'Reilly about to take a throw in. I don't know, this is quite, for the neutral here, this is not great, to be honest. We've got some more chats. Boom. Conviction 1000. Hello, my man. How are you doing? Not the biggest football fan, but greetings. Greetings on you. Have I bet on someone's win? Yes, I have. Man City, as Trafford just takes a ball. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of inexperience. Trafford just takes a ball. So a pass back, gently cushions it, goes to take the bigger kick upfield, and doesn't realise, I don't think, his positioning, and lets the ball roll out for a corner. So Chelsea have a corner. Looks like it's going to get pumped in. Not played short. Reece James stood over it. Taken in. More Trafford's flapped at it. Oh my gosh. Cleared off the line there by... who is it that's cleared that off the line? Rodri, I think. Caicedo up. Yeah, it is Rodri. But I don't think it was ever going anywhere. But, well, it might have done, but it would have been very unassuming. It wasn't like cleared off the line. Oh, Doku's absolutely skinning someone there. Who's that that's just got back? Fair play to Cole Palmer for tidying that up. Get up, Cole Palmer. Always does this. Like, there's been a coming together. Okay, Doku hasn't tried to hurt you. Why are you acting like he has? It drives me mad. All Cole Palmer's doing there is looking for a booking. Really annoys me. Slowed the game down. Didn't get his booking. Up on his feet now. Absolutely fine. Like nothing happened. It looked like the fuck had been shot a minute ago. Gets on my nerves. Such a talented player. Stop yapping. Just get up and play. He'll be the first one to leave Chelsea, by the way, if they fuck up and don't get Champions League. He will be the first one off. The other week when they said with what's his name, Rafinha there, they were like, oh, the board have come to see us and they've assured us that where we're going, so that makes a real difference. And someone was like, okay, cool, so you're going to stay then? What happens if you don't get Europe? And he was like, oh, well, if you don't get Europe, that's another question. Just think, like, rather than talk about what might happen in the future or whatever, based on your performances. So, like, they're putting the board under pressure in terms of, like, they're putting the board under pressure in terms of the support that they're giving the club. But they're, you know, how many back-to-back losses did they have? 7, something like that? You just think, like, why don't you prioritise playing well and encouraging your team to play well and get up off the floor rather than fucking go on about, like, whether the board are going to back the team enough to warrant staying. And now Barcelona are sniffing around. You have to feel sorry for them. I mean, I don't feel sorry for Chelsea, but still, I just think players have become, like, a little bit of a disgrace, to be honest, in the last couple of seasons. I've seen enough now to be like, ugh, Isak forcing his move. You know, Anthony Gordon is all but down tools for Newcastle United. Chelsea here. Enzo's gone out for another corner. I tell you what, is that a penalty shout? That might be that. So, I think they're going to check this. Ball's been whipped in. Enzo looking to play the ball across the net. No, it's hit O'Reilly's arm, and his arm is closed and to his side. Yeah, you can't. It's not a handball. It's really interesting. I think I was saying this before. I'm not watching this match. Is anything even happening there? Not really, buddy. It's been a bit shit, if I'm honest. It's been a bit shit. Well, not shit, but just tired. Just quiet. What was I just saying a second ago? Fucking hell, I've completely lost my chain of thought. Oh, yeah, this handball thing. Like, with VAR, the way VAR's playing now, people don't even... Like, it used to be that the ball would potentially touch someone's arm, and all of the defenders in unison, and maybe some people in the crowd, would be like, ref, handball, and then ref would wave it on, no, or oh, actually, yeah, and then that would be the end of the matter. Now, as soon as there is like an indication that another corner for Chelsea, call their press in here. As soon as there is an indication that there could be a handball, it's not just the initial protest. It is now like, is it going to go to the screen? Are you going to get called over to look at the monitor on the side of the pitch? It's become this. It's become the thing that the fan of the away team dreads the most. Genuinely, absolutely dread the ball hitting the arm of your player, even if it's in a natural position, because you just could get called for. And in the Champions League, particularly this season, it was utter bullshit. You know, if it hit your hand, regardless of where your hand was, it was getting pulled for a penalty. And you think, well, I don't know. It felt like their version of clarity was, you know, assume it's a penalty. If it touches the hand, it's a penalty. I don't know. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way that the Champions League's been reffed this season, and we've got one more game left. There's a referee fucking under Reece James's feet. Chelsea are pressing. Man City look a little bit stretched here, which is the first time in the match where it's felt, and I think Chelsea sense that. I think Man City need to go back to a bit of a higher press. They seem to have just sat back a little bit and let Chelsea come on. And I think Chelsea have got enough quality in that starting 11. As Doku, it's a foul. I actually not convinced that it wasn't. It didn't go off for a throw-in. Right, Pep stands up. Who's he looking for? Who's getting called in? Who's he got warmed up? Yeah, he's making some changes. He's seen enough. 60 minutes in. He's calling back. Who's he calling over here? Is it Kovacic? I think he might be calling over. I'll have a look in a minute. He's obviously seen something he doesn't like. Haaland on the... Oh, Haaland looking to set Doku off there. Yeah, it is Kovacic coming on. Very quick change there. Who's he going to come on for then? So Kovacic is number 8, isn't it? I think he might come on for... he needs a little bit of something extra in there. I don't know if it'd be Bernardo Silva though. Marmoush is already off. It's not going to be Haaland. Semenyo's look like a bright light. I think it could be Rodri or Bernardo Silva he comes on for. Tell you what, Trafford's fucking distribution today has looked a little bit ropey. He's looked a little bit nervous on the ball when the opposition's pressing. In fact, that's the last thing Newcastle fucking need if they're going to go and sign a keeper. Because distribution of Nick Pope is absolutely shizen. I love him as a shot stopper, but he terrifies me when he's on the ball. It's like when Newcastle's centre halves used to be Barry Venison and Darren Peacock. Peacock used to get on the ball, and I remember just being like, oh God, please just pass it, get it to somebody quickly. It's always a fucking disaster. I don't know, people might have a go at me for that. I absolutely hated it when Peacock was in possession. Right, I'm going to play around with my thing a minute. So if I make those tall now, see if they're tall and they overlap that. So they need to be regular. And they're currently regular and small. If they're regular and medium, oh, that looks a bit better than that, doesn't it? Small, I literally can't see that. My eyes are not good enough. Big is like that. I think medium. There you are. Right, where are we at? 62 minutes. Did they bring Kovacic on? Did it even happen? I didn't see if that stopped. No, they haven't stopped. I don't think it's gone out of play yet. He's just sat there, fucking stood there next to Pep as Pedro breaks. Oh, well played that man. Well played Nunes for Man City for just dispossessing Pedro. All the way back with Chelsea. Still hasn't gone out of possession yet. I think it might be Rodri who's struggling. I think that might be the change they're going to make. Chelsea not letting the ball go out of possession, which is really interesting, and Man City seemingly unable to dispossess them. It's been 3 minutes and 40 seconds that Pep's been trying to bring this guy on. He's just stood there waiting for the ball to go out, and it won't. I bet you it's a foul that ends up bringing it out of possession. Oh, really lovely upfield. Okay. Oh, was he offside? That was close if he was. That was very close. I'm not convinced. Hat hair. Look at that hat hair. Jesus Christ, man. I might go for a swim after this, actually. Yeah, it is Rodri, as I expected. So Rodri off, Kovacic on. Anyone else making any changes? Chelsea still unchanged. How long are we going to go here? They're coming up to 65 minutes. Same team on. Whereas Man City have replaced Mamouche with Cherki, and Kovacic is now coming on for Rodri. I think Rodri looks a bit tired. I mean, I don't know how many games he's going to have left there. Would he carry on next season? Looks like Pep might be off as well. We haven't spoken about that. I don't know who saw it or didn't see it, but there was someone was clearly at the Etihad the other day and leaked a video, very short video, of what looked like Pep Guardiola in the centre circle. Oh my God, Chelsea put the ball in. Trafford comes out to it. He's got some conviction, that Trafford, for a young lad, actually. I will say that. Anyway, it looks like Pep is in the centre circle at the Etihad with all of the trophies he's won around him, which I think suggests he's fucking off. He's out. Really interesting approach to it, though, isn't it? Whereas Klopp was like, I'm leaving halfway through the season. Pep's been there for however many years, 9 years now, and he might just say it right at the end as he goes, like, that's it, I'm going. Two different approaches. This one has certainly kept Pep's team motivated. I wonder how many of them know if he's going or not, to make that push and press Arsenal hard towards the end. City on the ball, Chelsea with 9 men behind the ball, camped in their penalty area. Ball in from Gay. Oh, very good. Ball out now to Doku on the left-hand side. Cuts in on his right. No, back out onto his left. Puts the ball in. That's out for a corner. Interesting. Tide has swung a little bit there. Looks like Man City are having a little bit of pressure now. So we'll see how this goes. Right. So, corner ball, Manchester City. 67 minutes played. A lot of jostling going on. Someone's on the deck already. Ball hasn't even been played in. Gay trying to get round. Who's that that's pulled him over? 25. That is Caicedo. It was the same last time. I remember this. When did I watch Chelsea play the other night? Played Liverpool, didn't they? Caicedo is just a pain in the arse in the area. Oh, he played it short. Why I fucking hate short corners. Ball in. Right across the back. Oh. Keeper's come out and claimed it anyway. Robert Sanchez pings the ball forward to Pedro. Pedro loses it straight back into Man City possession. I don't know what they were intending there, though. Sanchez lobbed the ball up. If Pedro had even got in possession there, he's on his halfway line in front of all of his own players. What do they want him to do? Run half the pitch and try and get round Trafford and whoever's defending? It's fucking nuts. There's very little build-up from Chelsea here. Like, it's a waste, because now Man City are straight back on them. Cucurella versus Semenyo has been one of the best duels. Well played, Cucurella there. Gets to the ball, but it does go out for a corner. It's a really interesting duel. I tell you what we haven't done. I'm not going to do it today, but I think I might do a show about it this week, just like an independent show on it, just like a World Cup review, like what's coming up, who are the squads. In fact, no, I will wait because I think we've got another week or so, and then we'll get squad submissions from everyone, and then I'll vibe code like a little page where it's got all of the teams and all of their squads, because then we can go through them all one by one. All in from Manchester City. Chelsea head straight back out. City defender claims it. Back to Trafford. He'll probably play it short back to the defender. Nice high press from Enzo. Doesn't get to. He needs to hurry up. Oh my god. Trafford makes me a bit nervous on the ball. Gotta say it. I don't know how everyone else feels. That's an absolutely atrocious ball up the field there from Bernardo Silva. Nowhere near Haaland, and then that's it. Picked up by Chelsea keeper, who seems a lot more assured in possession than Trafford. It's the first time I've watched Trafford really all season. I did see the League Cup final versus Arsenal, but I don't know, I wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, I would like to know how everyone else feels about that. How does everyone else feel about Trafford in possession? Oh, really? So that was Kovacic, who's just come on, dispossessed in midfield by Caicedo and Reece James. They kind of sandwiched him and he lost the ball, but he went over as he did it. If that had happened, they would have been out on the break there. There would have been a very clear break for Chelsea, and it got pulled back. I'm not convinced that was that much of a foul. Right, where are we at? Any of you that have just tuned in, hello, I'm Ben. New channel, new direction from content perspective for me, covering football. Covering Newcastle United predominantly, they're my team, but covering anyone, to be honest. I just love football, so I'll be covering the World Cup. I've already picked out 34 matches. It's a goal. I think it's an own goal. So Semenyo is kind of claiming it. If he has got it, then he's kind of like done one of those beautiful back heel dummy goals. But I think it happened really quickly there. But in my head, it looked like it was Chelsea have like, the ball's been played along really fiercely, and it looked like Chelsea had done it. No, I think it is Semenyo. It is. Let me see that goal again. Why are we taking so long to get a replay? Fuck me, BBC. Like, honestly, I'd have had 3 replays by now on Sky. Still no replay. Been 45 seconds. Here we go. Right. Ball put forward. Haaland wins it. Lovely out to... Who is that? Haaland puts the ball in. Oh my god. It's class. It's absolutely class. Haaland pulls the ball back from the right-hand side. Semenyo is there to meet it, and he does one of those, I don't know what you'd even call it, like Kanu used to do them. One of those flicks where his leading leg has stepped over the ball, and his back leg has come across it to bottom corner it. It's a great goal. Fair play to Haaland. Picks it up and wins possession in the middle. Plays it out to Semenyo. Tell you what I do. I need to have a look here at the fucking Semenyo, and it'll be the lad that came on, Cherki. Runs the overlap. So now Erling Haaland is out on the right hand side, playing a ball in. Makes a beautiful ball into Semenyo with an absolutely world class finish. 1-0 Manchester City. Erling Haaland with the assist. Semenyo with the goal. Where are we up to now? 15 minutes to play, plus added on. Chelsea look dejected. It wouldn't surprise me if this just finishes 1-0 like this, which would be great for my accumulator. Holy shit. It's still 1-0 to City. But how Enzo, oh my god, has just missed that. Ball came in. I think it's Caicedo has flicked the ball over. Enzo with his back to goal, with his back to Fofana, turns and volleys it, and it literally scuttles across the crossbar. Very good. Cucurella off for Neto. That's a shame for Chelsea. Cucurella for me is their best kind of like attacking wing back, but there you go. So Neto has come on, so I think that means they're going to move to 4 across the back and push Neto into midfield, so that becomes like a 4-3-2-1. 3-2-1. Doku cutting inside. If they get another one here, this could be curtains for Chelsea. Kovacic picks up the ball now. Just a nice calm head. Ooh. Out to Semenyo. Semenyo might be on for man of the match here. He's been really nice to look at. Very, very assured in possession. Drink there, that's finished. That's just marketing wrecked. Okay. City break in. I've got a mate who's asked to see my new car. Who's that that's breaking down the side there? Number 7 for Chelsea. Is that Neto that's just come on? Yeah. Bursts around Mark Gay, who somehow manages to recover it and see it out for a throw-in. So Chelsea now looking to press again. They've got the ball in their defensive area. Haaland is absolutely hassling Fofana. I think Fofana's going to remember today because Haaland is just a beast, isn't he? They're going to put the ball out to Doku here if they look up. Fucking hell, man. Oh, Doku looks pissed off. I would be too. It's all on his own then. Oh, the ball's in. O'Neill. Oh my God, pulls it back and everyone's gone past it. Why do I keep calling him O'Neill? It's because I was watching Celtic earlier. O'Reilly. Shame for Hearts, isn't it? 250 days at the top of the league. 4 minutes away from winning the SPL. First club to win the SPL that isn't Rangers or Celtic in 42 years. And they fucking concede. With 3 minutes to go. I shouldn't laugh because it's actually really sad when you consider all of the bollocks that's gone on this week too. Very, very sad for them not to have been able to see that through. Congrats to Celtic, I suppose. You take it when you can take it, but still, I think Hearts will be mortified. I would be. Right, City need to get hold of this ball here, and I think Erling Haaland recognises it because he's hassling everyone. They need to get the ball on the deck and get a hold of it because Cole Palmer's running at them now like a fucking bat out of hell. Ball in. Oh my goodness me. Ball across there by Gusto. It's gone all the way across. Neto, who's now sat in left mid, yeah. So they have moved to that 3-4-2-1 formation. My mate Jason's just said, don't worry, they're bringing Garnacho on. I've never disliked a player as much as I like Garnacho. Just on sight. I just dislike him so much. Remember when he was playing for a United team and the United team was struggling so much and he would score and like go and sit on the hoardings and be like, yeah, what did you expect? And it'd be like, mate, your team is playing absolutely dog shit pants and you've scored 1 goal. Don't do this. Don't do this. Ball put across. Ooh, wow, by Gusto. Cleared out. Back to Gusto. Oh, City looks strained. Ball goes out. Is that Enzo on the ball? Comes out to Neto. Oh my God, James Trafford. What a great save. Doku comes to save to to hold possession there. Oh my god, he's done him as well. He is rapido when Doku gets going. And that's gone out for... That's got to be a City throw, right? He's given a Chelsea throw. I don't think so. I don't think so. Neto out on the left has made a real difference. I take it back. Because he's not having to do the work of like Cucurella was of fucking running up and down. He's dedicated left mid. And it's made a lot of difference. Ball's come forward. Pedro. Great lofted ball in. I thought Pedro might have got hold of that then. I'm surprised he's not complaining like he's been fouled, because it looked close. O'Reilly, Gay, ball's cleared. Doku's been absolutely fucking pulled over. What sport are you playing, Caicedo? Jesus Christ. American football? That is mental. He's just pulled him over. You can book him for that then. He's got his hand on his shirt around his neck. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Right. O'Reilly back to Trafford. Just a note on that a moment ago. I know I've been complaining about Trafford's distribution, but he just made a hell of a save. Why is Doku not going up for that? Go and put pressure on them. Prince of Wales, Prince William in attendance. Sat in the box. He's a Villa fan, isn't he? So I wonder if he'll be going to the Europa League final this week. Is it this week? I think it is, isn't it? City marauding forward. Ooh, I could see what he was doing there, trying to put Doku in. Who was that? Bernardo Silva. Mark Gay, very assured. Lovely, back out to him. Okay, fair play. Trafford's just settled down a little bit now. I think he needed to have a few good, nice touches on the ball. Mark Gay's just absolutely sold Gusto down the river there. Fucking hell. Looked like it was going one way and he's dummied him and Gusto's flat on his ass. That is like one of those memes where you see a player go down like they've been shot. Oh, he's saying he's injured. Has he done his hammy? Oh, I hope not. I hope not. Who does Gusto play for? In my head, I feel like he's French. I think he's actually just made the French squad, which is the first one I've seen announced. Yeah. Oh, he might have done he's pulled something there. It's probably something to do with the fact that Gay just turned him inside out. Right, what's happening? This looks like a bit of a timeout or something. Chelsea players going over. Do you get to call a timeout or something? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Oh, is it because he's injured? I think this lad's injured, so all of the... Yeah. It wasn't Gusto either. I thought it was Gusto. It was Cal Pedro. Keep getting those two guys mixed up today. Hair's exactly the same. Lovely ball back. They're just replaying the goal. Lovely pullback from Haaland. And then Semenyo. He will love that finish forever. That is some finish. Proper Nwankwo Kanu vibes. Liam Delap's on, everyone. Reece James off. Liam Delap on. Chelsea look quite dejected. I think that might be it for Chelsea. I've not seen enough of Delap. He looked like he was playing all right at the beginning of the season. He had that obviously awful injury for a young man. He's come back from it now. He hasn't shown a great deal. Trafford again there with an absolutely diabolical kick out. That is something I'm going to pay attention to next season, because Trafford does not look like he's got great distribution. Feels very Nick Popey. Very Nick Popey. Hello. I've covered up my rect. Look at that. There you go. That's better. Now I've covered up my album sleeve. People say to me, why have you got the Suede coming up LP? Well, there's my record player behind, so I was playing it, and it just so happens to be one of my favourite albums of all time. And Doku's just pulled the ball back there. City could have had a second goal there while I was just gassing on. The ball got pulled back too far. Haaland was steaming in like a fucking like a lorry with the brakes cut, and it just went. They played the ball behind him. If that had been on his lap, it'd have been a banger. Oh, and that, as could that have been. Man City look like they are ready to finish off Chelsea here. Like a fisherman with the priest in his hand, ready to bash them over the head. Put them out of their misery. Ball in from O'Reilly. Is that offside? I don't know. It's looking increasingly like Man City's day. Oh, wow, that was a great save by Sanchez there. Oh, Haaland's in. Is he going to follow it up? No. Oh, well played, Doku. One thing that Doku seems to have got better at is like just initial calmness on the ball. Always felt before with Doku like he was in such a his legs were in such a hurry to go quick that he didn't quite have the kind of like. So Cherki just took that shot, by the way, and it was a great save by Sanchez. If it had fallen anywhere else, it would have been on Lampard's lap. Here comes Garnacho now. I can't remember what I was just saying a moment ago, but I felt like it was important. Garnacho coming on, got his hand wrapped up like he's hurt his wrist. You know what that is too much, don't you? I tell you what he looks like. Garnacho looks like he's cut a lot of weight. It's interesting. I don't think before he was particularly thick set, but just looking at him then, he looked very, very almost skeletal. I wonder if he's tried to cut a bit of muscle in place for a bit of pace or something. Look different. Still a cock, isn't he? Right, 85 minutes, nearly 86. So 4 minutes of regulation time left. And then, oh, that's better. And then whatever's added on, I would suggest it will probably be about 5 minutes. So we are close, 10 minutes away here. City on the ball. City on the ball. City on the ball. Do we think then that Arsenal have got it wrapped up for the league? I know they've got Burnley, haven't they, on Monday night? And that really is the one. And then they got Palace. Last day of the season. I think Man City have got harder games. I think Man City have got Villa, haven't they? And Villa looked fucking fierce last night against Liverpool. I would not want to be playing that Villa team at the moment. As Man City break forward, I'd like to see what Arsenal are going to be like against PSG. That game's fascinating to me. Interestingly, City here have been, I mean, the last 10 minutes, a more clinical City could have scored 3, genuinely, in the last 10 minutes. Semenyo has just been fantastic this second half. He's on the ball now, far right. 2 players around him, don't really know what to do with him. Kovacic has been great since he's been on as well for Man City. Very, very solid. I think that was a great call. Rodri was looking a little bit tired. Doku now out wide. Oh, I was saying before, wasn't I, that Doku seems to be a little less frantic now. His legs were so determined to fire him past people that he didn't ever feel like he really had control of the ball. And now it feels like he does have much more control of the ball. Not like Elanga. Elanga looks like the ball's 400 million miles away from his feet at any given moment. But he can do the bleep test or whatever it is really quick, can't he? Oi, oi, oi. Right, where are we at? Last few minutes. Man City ball right now. Free kick, about 35 yards out onto the left-hand side. Cherki stood over the top of it. Played it to Doku. Back to Cherky. Come on, put the ball in for fucking... Got one of the best centre forwards in the world sat there in Erling Haaland, and they're just reluctant to put the ball in. I'd be fuming if I was Haaland sometimes. Just feed him. Doku on the ball now. Pep giving it. Come on, you lot. Think. Nearly done. See this out. 50 seconds of normal time left. Let's see how much they're going to do it. Here comes I can see the fourth official getting his board ready. He's going to have to... Has Doku got the better of him there? Oh, Gusto, well stood up, mate. Well stood up. Ball being pinged upfield now by Chelsea. Delap, no chance there. Didn't even jump for it, Delap. Honestly. Like Isak, when the ball's pumped up to him. If it's not put on his lap, he doesn't want to know. Well played, Haaland. Unlucky. What was that given for? Weird. I don't think that was a foul by Haaland. Okay. Chelsea on the ball now, moving it forward. Number 7 again. I think I asked that earlier. Who's number 7 for... it was Neto who they bought on. He's changed sides. Oh, ball taken in there. And that was Delap. Header. Clear header. If he'd have put something on it properly. Les Ferdinand would have seen that away. But he's played a ball. He's put the ball over. Oh, fuck me. Over and wide. Miles out. Miles out. Chelsea's shirt sponsor, by the way, ifs.ai, is absolutely shite. Ruins that shirt. 5 minutes added on, as suggested, as expected. 822 of you watching. Thank you so much. Someone in the crowd, young lad in the crowd, saying, John Stones, can I have your shirt? Of course he wants his FA Cup winning final shirt 2 games before he leaves the club. Oh, beautiful ball to Semenyo. Go to the corner, lad. Oh, absolutely checked there by Caicedo. Caicedo been booked. How the fuck has he not been booked? Mental. Hasn't been booked all game. The only time I've seen Caicedo, he's got booked in there. He's just got himself booked by being a dickhead. Only time I've seen him all game, he's been kicking someone or pulling someone over. So, people asked me at the beginning of the stream, who did I think was going to win today? I said, I've put money on Man City. I said, if City win it will be attrition, which is exactly what it has been. They have just broken them down systematically. If Chelsea win, it will be because they get a break. And for all of the kind of moments they've had, they just have not been able to make that possession work. So yeah, my man Hacks in the Predictfully group chat saying looks like they're taking it. Looks that way. Looks that way. City doing everything they can to slow it down. Bernardo Silva, he knows what he's doing. Pointing at the fact that they're not stood 10 yards away. Semenyo now taking it down to the corner. 3 of them stood around him. Well played. Garnacho got the ball off him. All the players. Oh gosh, Colwill there with a little momentary lapse, and Haaland nearly pounced. They're just all of this play is down Man City's right hand wing. Semenyo, did that go out? It looked close. I think Semenyo. I disagree. My mate Jason saying he thinks Chelsea have been the better team. I say looked more dangerous on counter, but City are just too strong. If any of you want to join that Telegram group, by the way, just follow me on X and or just reply to one of these, and I'll make sure I add it in the comments. The Telegram group chat. We've got like 330 people in there who love sport and just talk about football, all sorts. So yeah, it's good chat, and it's usually quite active when I'm hosting these as well. Doku on the ball, big challenge there by Gusto. Where are we now? 93-54, 1 minute to go. Gusto shows too much of the ball. Erling Haaland now breaking. Him and Doku. There's going to be an overlap here. Oh, I don't know who's on the ball. Is that Diaz? No, it's not. Who is that? Number 10, Cherki. Of course it is. Ball out wide. Haaland. Oh, do you know what? He chose not to finish it. He's just taken it out to the corner. Kept possession. 40 seconds left. 40 seconds left. Someone's been taken out. Who's that that's just been taken out? God, Haaland is fuming. Anyone would think he's 30 seconds away from winning the FA Cup. He's literally shaking his head because he took the ball out wide, took it back, and the fucking player he took it to miskicked it and potentially lost possession. Oh my God, Haaland literally stood in acres of space on his own. He's screaming, "Give me the ball now." Ball up. That's 95 minutes. And there it is. Man City win the FA Cup. Man City win the FA Cup. Good to see the Gallagher brothers in the same box there. Liam and Noel. There you go. That is... And who got man of the match? Must be Semenyo. Must be. He was a mountain in that game. Let me go to live comments. Or live reporting, sorry. Have they given that to him? Have they said it's him? Alan Shearer. Liam Delap gets it all wrong. He does. He does. They haven't said who's man of the match. I tell you what. It's no wonder BBC don't get the sport that often, because they are crap at presenting sport versus Sky and TNT. Literally, I get no information during the match from them. There you go then. Look, 1-0. Congratulations to Manchester City. I think that was always likely to be the outcome given Chelsea's season. They haven't been good enough all season, really. I think good on them for getting to the final. Cole Palmer now literally arguing with the referee. Too late, mate. Too late. See you in Barcelona next season. Semenyo, they keep coming back to Semenyo, so I think, to me, that suggests they have given him man of the match. They certainly should have. He's been colossal. They're all out on the field now. Everyone's celebrating. One half of the stadium, the sky blue half of the stadium, very pleased with themselves. I'm going to bounce, everyone. I got things to do. It's 5 o'clock here. I've got to go walk my dogs. Thank you to nearly 900 of you that tuned in. Love this. Going to keep coming back all the time. I've got Newcastle United versus West Ham tomorrow. So we'll see if I'm at home for it. I've got a couple of things I need to do. If I am, I'll be back on. If not, I'll be chatting about it. You can guarantee it. Thank you. Have a great evening, everyone. Enjoy your Saturdays, and I will see you soon. Cheers, everyone. Bye-bye.